What's going on, everyone? Here I got the Pinarello Dogma F12 with an Ultegra Di2 build and a Zip 303 wheels. Weighs in at 18 pounds 3 ounces and 8.23 kilos. Size I believe is a 55 on here. And stay tuned after the video and you're gonna have a Zip 303s sound test. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys the Pinarello Dogma F12 with a kind of a custom build. He did a Ultegra Di2 group set, and we have some Zip 303s on there as well. This is actually one of you guys out there. He actually lives in Colorado, in that area, and he's like, hey, I watch your videos, I'm on a vacation down there, can I send the bike to your store? I was like, hell yeah. So, very cool. I think that was a very awesome experience. We talked for a little bit as well. So it's his custom bike. I'm getting ready to ship it back for him right now. The one thing I want to show off on this bike that I thought was really cool, well, it's just preference to a lot of people, but the brakes are ran backwards because he's used to motocross, dirt bikes, stuff like that. So he has all his bikes ran like that. So rear brake is over here, front brake over here. And the reason why he made this on his road bike, because so much muscle memory on motocross and dirt bikes, stuff like that if you're riding this bike and you're going downhill and you slam on this thing against your rear brake and you're going downhill, you're going right over, head over heels, and that thing is going over and you're getting flipped off the bike. So I think it's pretty cool that they ran it like that. Obviously, again, everyone has their own preference of riding, everyone has their own style of riding, so that's his choice. And again, with the XTR pedals and the clipless, he's just used to that for mountain biking as well. He does a lot, especially out in Colorado. There's a lot of mountains, hills. He mainly rides, you know, that type of stuff. So easier for him to clip it on and off, easier to have one pair of shoes. But I think it's pretty cool. He built it with the Ultegra Di2 for the reason of just going with a little bit of a cheaper route. You get a great benefit and a great budget build with Ultegra Di2. It's still expensive. It's not really a budget build at all. But you get a little bit cheaper of a route, get a little bit of money off there. I think you said the price tag for this whole build together was around 10 or 11,000. So not the $12,000, $13,000 S-Works, but you're saving, you know, that $2,000 or whatever it is for the cheaper group. But we'll get right into it. So we have the F12 Pinarello Dogma. You have their one-piece most handlebar and stem combo. This is a fully integrated bike. There are no cables showing at all in here. The cables are ran through the handlebar, into the stem, down to the frame, through the fork as well. You can see right there, you have a spot coming out right there for the fork, and the rear brake comes all the way down there. The junction box for the Di2 is right here, so you have some cables running down there as well. And you have your wires for the front and rear derailleur. I've never built one of these from scratch, and thankfully, or hopefully I never do, because as a mechanic, something new like this looks fairly complicated. The new SL7 is a little bit easier. They have the cables just routed underneath here externally, and it's just 2 cables all the way down. But still, Pinarello is known for being one of the most elite bikes in the world. Won a bunch of Grand Tours. They look very fast. They are very expensive, kind of like the Ferrari of bikes, to be honest with you. When you see the name, when you see the bike, it is a price and looker for sure. But going into it, he chose Zip 303s with a tubeless ready setup. So he has his Schwabe Pro 1 tires in the black sidewall setup. They are tubeless ready, so you can see he has the tubeless valves in there already. You have a 6-bolt zip hub on there, which I haven't seen 6-bolt on a road wheel in forever, but that's pretty cool. It is just their standard zip hub on there. Stay tuned after the video as well. We have a free body sound test for the Zip 303s. We have a flat mount Ultegra hydraulic disc brake. Going on down to the bottom, you can see Pinarello is known for having these kind of asymmetric lines. They're not really straight, they're nothing like that. It's a lot of curvature to this bike, and those sharp bends are for a reason, to add stiffness to the bike, to add compliance to the bike where needed. But the bike is known for having that asymmetric design, and what that means is if you look at it from the back, you can kind of see it's pitched differently. A little bit pitched, and what that pitch does, when it's pitched like that and they kind of off-center it, they're able to add layup to it, which will cause it to be stiffer when putting down power. So think about the reason why you want that vertical compliance, or that vertical stiffness, or horizontal stiffness. When you're pedaling, you don't want the bike to sway back and forth. When you're pedaling, you want the bike to stay as stiff as possible on the bottom. So when you pedal, you push down power and it goes right away. It doesn't have any lag in between, and the bike frame doesn't sway back and forth. So the benefit to being an asymmetric frame design is that you're going to get a stiffer bottom bracket and seat stay area, or seat tube area, which again, this won't sway back and forth. As soon as you push down power on those pedals, it's going to take off and it's going to go, give you more power. They are through axles on here. In the back, we also have the Ultegra flat mount hydraulic disc brakes. 6-bolt again in the rear with the SRAM red disc brakes on there. You have a through axle right here. Going to the other side, we have an Ultegra cassette. Again, granted, keep this in mind, he does use this in the mountains, but he is riding a nice group set on there. A 5236 front chainring, and then a 1130 looks like in the back for the cassette. Ultegra DI2 rear derailleur, Ultegra DI2 front derailleur. Zip 303 rear wheel. It is tubeless already. These wheels are tubeless ready. You got the tubeless valve right there, and he has the Schwalbe Pro 1 tires on there again. The only time I've actually ridden these tires was on just regular tubes. I didn't mind them at all. They're actually really nice tires. Very comfortable, very smooth rolling. He chose a Pro Lago saddle. One, he likes the comfort of it, but two, black and red, it looks very pro, very fast. But yeah, I mean, kind of want to show this bike off. I thought it was really cool that one of you guys reached out to me and sent the bike to me. Actually, he sent it to me with that. I think he called me. And to be honest with you, I think I completely forgot about it because sometimes I'm an idiot and I just forget things. And the bike showed up. I called him. He's like, oh yeah, I'm coming down there from vacation. I was like, oh cool. And he took the bike, he built it himself, he rode it, came back in, he brought it to me. I'm gonna box it up for him, and then that's it. I mean, a really cool experience talking to the guy. I thought it was really neat of him to see me and talk to me. One thing about Pinarello bikes, Italian made, you need to get an Italian bottom bracket. So this is a threaded bottom bracket for an Italian Pinarello bike. You need to buy it. They make different threads for the threading for bikes. There's English and Italian. Italian is reverse. So if you're buying a ceramic speed bottom bracket, if you're buying a Kogel bottom bracket, it needs to be Italian threaded bottom bracket. So keep that in mind. The reason why there are no water bottle cage bolts in here is because he had just on there black and green specialized Z cages. I told him I have to take it off for the video. But other than that, the bike looks absolutely amazing. It is, again, the Pinarello Dogma F12 in the red and black color, and it has the Zip 303 wheels in there. And he does keep the standard expensive, very expensive Talon Pinarello one-piece bar. Fully integrated. This is their aero road bike. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this build down in the comment section. I don't think Pinarello, honestly, I'll be completely honest with you, some people do try to save that kind of extra money. And usually people who have these Pinarello bikes, the S-Work bikes, the Trek Project 1 bikes, you know, all the top line bikes, they're usually not trying to look to save a grand or $2 grand. They're already having the price range, but every little bit does help. The Ultegra budget brand, why they're going to go with that reason, one, the longevity will be a lot longer in terms of durability for the components. So you're not worrying about replacing a $300 cassette and a more expensive change time. But two, I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to save that $1,000 every once in a while. I don't really think you can actually have a budget build in 2021 with a Dogma frame, an S-Works frame, a Project 1 frame, so on and so forth. You're always going to be above 10K, just depending on which wheels you pick, but I think you did a pretty good job with it. The build looks amazing. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. 2021 Pinarello F12 Dogma, Zip 303s with the zip hub in the background. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you all next video. Bye.